Welcome to Mick Extance Experience. I'm going to hand you over to the man himself, Mick Extance. We've not met him before. This is Mick. Okay, cool. So just
morning all, we don't fight, you know, we're quite nice and relaxed here, so just a couple of things before we kind of go too far with it. We're very passionate about introducing people to bikes in the right manner, so hopefully they stay in it, enjoy it and smile as they ride them along. So just so we've got a little bit of background on you, do we have anybody who's never ridden before today?
Yeah, me.
Welcome to the world of bikes, sir, in a nice beautiful sunshine.
Exactly.
And I absolutely do think it's the right way to introduce yourself to bikes. That comes from just getting introduced to bikes, to learn to ride on different surfaces, doesn't it? And a lot of that unfortunately is being driven now because, you know, things are changing quite a lot and there's very few places where people can now go and ride off-road bikes on a grass field even. So, you know, when I was growing up, we was lucky you could ride round that field and the coppers come along, here again mate, yeah, just enjoying myself. Whereas now that's getting so difficult to do that it's actually leaving a little bit of a gap into the introduction to bikes, in my view, because we've never experienced riding on gravel, never experienced riding on a grassy field that when it rains or all times is a little bit different to riding on tarmac. And if we've kind of gone through that, it definitely helps connect us when we're out on the road. And you know, I really do think it's about time they kind of connect two together and give everybody a little bit more input of their bike. Roll along with it towards me. Pull the push in, right in, and let it roll. That's better. Now you're going to go round the back of here. Look into the corner, active with your head. Into the corner. There, you've got it. Really good. Okay, come to a stop. Look, good brake, move. And we'll put you on this one. Number 1.
Oh, number 6.
Oh.
This one is slightly lower, so you should.
Alright, yeah, no worries.
Touch the ground. They are 2 strokes, so you will find it a little bit more lively.
Right, okay.
Okay, so like here, if we was coming from this direction, what we just come off tarmac, gravel, now field. But we can start to adjust our riding before we actually get on it. You know, we have a little bit of think. I remember when I was a kid, that stuff was bloody slippery. So we can already start to tailor our riding before we get on it. And that's why a lot of people complicate it. Back a little bit, and it's because we're riding on a different surface, isn't it? No matter who we are, we go tense. I don't ride on the road, I go tense on the road, and that's why I think if you put this in a motorcycle test, it would help massively. Yeah. Okay, so we're just going to do a little bit more work on that clutch, but we're now going to include a hill start in it. So what tends to happen, no matter what level of rider we are, we find a hill and think, yeah, I'll crack that one, and then when I get stuck, and now I've got to get myself unstuck. So what tends to happen? We get stuck on a hill. Our first chain of thought is we need to start the bike up. So what do? Pull the clutch in. Then I go, see ya. I roll back so quick, but then I anchor my hand on the front brake. So now I've caused them. I'll just come forward a bit. So you can... Now I've caused a big problem. Would you do a hill start in your car with a handbrake off? No. If you sat next to somebody, you saw them do it, mate, turn your bloody handbrake off, or your foot on the brake, exactly the same principle on a bike. What I've got to do, I've got two options now. I can use the front brake, but I've got to remember to release it, or I can use my clutch as a brake. When I pull it in, start to feed it out, I'm not going to roll back. There, it's going to act as a brake. There. And the other big thing is, on any condition, but especially as it gets a bit wetter, we all feel we should rev it to pull away. Nah, it just won't work. There's a really cool guy out there. I've called him Tick Over Tim. I gave him a shout to come over and play. So I said, oh, Tim, come and give it out the shit, mate, because I'm stuck here. What we want to do is find the sweet spot on the bike, not rev it. Because the minute we rev it, it's just going to spin and rip all the ground up. And we make it so hard for ourselves. Whereas if we just find the sweet spot, we can do this. Brake is trying to do that. Ain't never going to go. And there's another really good trick you can do here. Like, imagine you get stuck on a shitty hill. You can actually take the hill out. If I crossed it now, there's no hill. You see people pushing and cursing and swearing, bloody bike, I'm stuck. Well, if you just did this, there's no hill. I can do that. I've lessened the hill massively. And then I look for the grip in the version. That kind of goes for any level of rider. We always kind of, keep pushing us and we get stuck. It's the tricks how to get unstuck. Whereas that there, as you can clearly see, if it was pissing down with rain, wouldn't be nowhere near as slippery as this, because this would turn to mud. and it's down to us to find it. And the other thing is, hills always start further back than what people presume. If we have to go through that fence and up that hill there, well, it starts here. If you slowly pick your momentum up, when you arrive at the hill, your momentum will help carry you to the top. But if we're riding along like this, and we give it that, well, I'm expecting to go up here, the first thing our brain will say is, snap the throttle, mate. We do that, we've already unbalanced the bike and gave away. But if you calmly pick your speed up from here, when you arrived at that point, you shouldn't really need to adjust the throttle that much, so you're not going to cause it to spin. It's the same in a car, isn't it? If you turned in here in your car, well, we've all seen it, you see guys sat behind the steering wheel, and it's revving the tits off, it's going, well, it ain't never going to go, is it? But if you just spun your car backwards and crossed it, you might be in with a shot of getting to get the beers. Let it come to you. So we're just going to have a little practice of them hill starts. Roll it forward, roll it back. Both feet on the ground, roll it forward, roll it back. Really good one there. But when we stare at it all, we don't like, oh yeah, that looks good.
Willing it into action.
And that's a really hard habit to break.
Yeah.
You're like, because we're like this then. I like that. Try again with our heads up. Come on, you. One more time. So we're just going to kind of up the game a little bit. So when you come to it, just sit forward, feet on the floor, and just work the clutch exactly like you did then. Really feel it. So we're just going to have a little play on that bank there. Really good on the clutch there. And so many people now would have been revving it. They're like this, flat out, and it's screaming and spinning. It ain't never going to drive, even an adventure bike. And then Pan America Harley Davidsons you saw at the bottom, the asset to that bike is it will do that without touching the throttle.
Right,
I've never known a bike be able to do that. You could sit there now and feed the clutch out without touching the accelerator, and it will chug you up to the top of that field. Won't stall, just goes doop, doop. It's like a tractor. It's just going doop, 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 doop. I couldn't believe when I first tried it. I thought it'll just stall. What? And it just went, took you up there. And it was pissing down with rain, and it still got me to the top of there by not touching the throttle. Wicked. Okay, so I'll put my helmet on and we'll just ride round. When I dive into there, come back, feet on the floor, and we'll walk it round.
shit with someone.
fucking brilliant, that. That was so much fun, that.
I'm not being funny.
That was awesome, that.
Well done, mate.
Do you do holidays? Weeks where we can come and live with you?
Yeah, what we've been here now, 13 years.
Right.
2009, I set it.
Because we found out about you from 44T, really.
That's it, through
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're nuts, them lads, aren't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, we went to, you know, they did the Budget
Cinema.
Bike Battle.
Yeah.
They did a cinema thing recently where if you bought a ticket for £44 to help fund the thing,
Yeah.
we got invited to like a cinema
Oh, okay.
experience.
That's
So
quite
that's
cool.
what we ended up doing for
Yeah.
you know what I mean, and
So
meeting the
what
lads.
does that involve then? What do they do there?
So
You buy a ticket.
Well, the Budget Bike Battle obviously is like a cheap bike, and
Yeah.
then they have like a goal. So I think what was it this time to go to Spain?
Like Spain, wasn't it? Yeah.
Turkey or something, and do something there. And like I say, obviously to help fund them to be able to do that, which then obviously makes the programme, which makes everyone
Yeah.
watch it. They were doing a thing, so like say, one ticket costs you £44, because obviously it's 44p for just the matches. Obviously, I think there was limited to a couple of thousand tickets, wasn't there?
Yeah, overall, yeah.
And then, like I say, we just helped them do it.
Yeah.
So then the video they made, normally they release it on YouTube in like half-hour and hour segments.
Yeah.
But instead they put it on like a cinema, it's like an hour and 40 minutes.
Yeah,
something
like a premiere of it
That's
sort
the
of
what
thing.
whole thing. Like,
Yeah,
it was really cool, yeah.
Yeah.
Obviously, you got to meet them, see the bike.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it was good, wasn't it? It was good.
Yeah.
Chris,
that's quite a clever idea,
Spoofy,
isn't
and
Because Boovy's just been back at the TV.
He is, isn't he? Yeah.
yeah, that's it. We've seen him obviously the first time after his accident.
I know.
Yeah,
With
yeah.
prosthetic on.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I seen a video the other day saying he did like a lap at TT.
Yeah.
On a, was it a Triumph or
That's
something?
quite a big thing, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it
Fair
is.
play, yeah,
He,
fair
he,
play.
he's lucky it was his right leg, wasn't
Yeah,
it?
he was.
Right, sorry.
Yeah, no, they're cracking people, aren't they?
Yeah.
That's what makes them so relatable. They're just
Yeah,
down to
yeah.
earth.
Yeah,
They
exactly.
don't try and
People.
shy away from out. Yeah.
Yeah, they're just normal people.
Yeah.
Right, let's head back. That's where you went up just now.
Seriously,
Yeah,
yeah.
he's over there.
Bloody hell.
You went up through the gate.
Jesus, yeah. Won't take you as that far, would you? Right. I'm just saying that's where we've come up from there. Stuff like that.
Through the gate, come up there. Oh, the views are crazy, aren't they?
Oh, yeah.
Cool. I'm so grateful now I've got a nice calm group. It's just lovely. So for those of you that maybe not heard me earlier, my name's Pete. I'm really glad to have you all this afternoon on a lovely Welsh summer's day. Perfect. We're going to drop into a bit of woods here now. So we don't need to overcomplicate it, we just need to read it. So it's only a very short section that drops in here and comes out just there, but I'm going to lead you through anyway. We might get stuck a little bit where we see some roots that are probably a little bit high, but we just need to like drive at them, and if we get stuck, don't worry. If your front wheel's jammed against the root, all we need to do is roll the bike backwards as far as we can and have another go. If you're going to sit there and we're trying to rev, we're going to dig a big hole. It's going to get harder and harder and harder. I've done it many times. So we need to attack it, but when I say attack, it's attacking in a controlled manner. So if we read it correctly, we know we need a bit more speed perhaps, but always have that clutch covered, because if you don't and it gets away from us, we've got no control, have we? So always keep it covered. If you get stuck, don't worry, I will come and help you out, okay? There are 2 or 3 different lines, so have a little look for them. It's going to get quite hot in there now because we are going to be working that little bit harder, only for 5 or 10 minutes, okay? Just something a little bit different. Did you go into any woods early with Mick?
No.
Okay, so just ride what you see. If you get stuck, I will come and help. Okay, so all you got to do is follow me in. It's a really short section, and before you know it, we're out. What I will say is remember to get your weight forward when you're going through woods. If you get stuck, you can put your weight over the rear of the seat, but don't get off the seat. The minute you get off the seat, there's nothing weighing the bike down, is there? People always get up and they're trying to rev it over, but there's nothing to kind of weigh the back wheel down, is there? So don't get off the bike, don't stand up. And just have a little go, and if you get stuck, I'll come and help, okay? Follow me through.
How much of a gap should we leave?
Come on, let's have another go. Oh, you alright? You alright getting it up? Yeah. No.
These don't come this way.
Oh, you alright? Woo!
We can do it any way we want, as long as we get through. We can have our feet down, walking the bike through, using the clutch control with the engine. We've got to drop into it. I mean, I'm going to ride it standing up, but I don't expect anybody, but if you're going to have a go, you can. So we can ride through it any way we want to. Feet down, all the way, through there, there's a bit of a slab. So we know we've got to prepare before the slab. Otherwise, if we're at the bottom of the slab and we're not ready, we're not going to get up it always, because we're going to spin. And when it's wet, you're going to really spin. So you just pause and you reset, make a plan, look ahead, get those heads up, okay? Not looking at anybody. Get those heads up, and we can see here that over the slab it goes flat, but then we can see we've got another climb out. With any climb out, we've got to commit to it, and the bike will drive up. But we know, if we look at it and we're being clever about it, we can see that there's a road here.
There you go. You win.
Better nice one. So better, like faster better.
I think sometimes, yeah. Got to show the thinking it, doesn't it? First time. Enjoy that.
Remember, here.
Yeah, steeping it looks, yeah.
So we normally come up there and go up there as well. But that's like really hard.
I bet it is.
This girl is, I'm so impressed.
Yeah.
Bloody good rider.
Yeah.
Look at that, perfect control, low speed. If we race down it before we know it, we're thinking shit, and we lock up and we slide, we'll end up down there. You know, but great riding, guys.
Beautiful.
So you three were like pretty much non-riders, pretty much not done a lot. So who was the non-rider?
We've done some road riding, yeah, but
bloody hell, mate.
yeah.
Fair play. Come on.
I say, the thing, to have no off, no thing,
No.
no downs.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So those guys who
Not
were
the
fast
bike.
this morning, who wanted to go with Mick, they crashed 2 or 3 times
Yeah.
Yeah.
because they're doing too much of
On
that.
that forest bit with the roots, obviously I had one with the back tipped on me,
Yeah.
but that wasn't because of
Fucking
like,
mad.
miscontrol really, it was
Yeah.
more just the root caught.
Well
the
done, you
wheel.
two.
Tipped me
Perfect. Look at that.
Everybody
Look at it.
roots.
Pretty steep, isn't it?
Yeah.
Fair play. So, through here, when we get to the end, it's quite a tight left, and we just drop down there. Literally, we're going to go there, drop down to the end of this road, and work our way back across the valley, and it's beautiful. Enjoy it, okay? I'm not going to stop again. Remember, at the end of here, it's a sharp turn to the left, and we drop down, okay?
Okay.
Don't go straight on because there's nowhere to go. Fabulous riding.
Thanks for
Well
the
done.
Didn't even know it had
Thank you very much, mate. Yeah, all the best, mate. Yeah, thank you.
indicator thing, look. Yeah.
That's the road legal job, isn't it?
So obviously taking the things off.
Bike Soul.